let's take a look at migration first. So I've got some pictures here of some different kinds of animals that migrate, and migration means a seasonal movement of animals. And there's a couple of different reasons why they do this. One of which, well, it's to get someplace warmer. Another reason is to find food. So, for instance, the caribou, those are the animals that are going through the river. Now, if they're used to eating grasses and plants, well, when all of those grasses and plants are completely covered up with snow, hard for them to find food. So they migrate or they travel further south where it's not so cold and where they're able to access that food. Another one that we have here in the picture, geese. Now, a lot of times we're used to seeing that. We're used to seeing that really cool V formation as they travel south for warmer weather. Here's one that's really, really cool. So the Arctic tern, it spends its summers way up around the North Pole. Now, for winter, it goes to another summer. So it flies all the way from the North Pole to the Antarctic, the South Pole. So it takes that migration path every year. It goes all the way from one extreme to the other. I think that is really, really cool. Another one here, the monarch butterfly. Now that one is another really, really cool one because the monarch butterfly spends most of its summers way up north in Canada. And then for the winter, it flies all the way down to Mexico. Now, it is much, much warmer in Mexico during that time than it is up in Canada. However, to make sure that they stay nice and warm, they mass together and they will huddle together on these trees. And it's really amazing to see. These trees look like they're trees of butterflies. I mean, it's just amazing how many. But that's migration. It's moving from one place to the other in order to protect yourselves from the cold or to protect yourself from starving to death. Oh, and one thing that I didn't even realize, see, I'm always learning something. I love this, is that I always think of migration as moving along the earth, right? Or like traveling from one place to the other. Well, there's a lot of different insects and animals that will actually travel further down into the ground. That is their migration. So as winter comes on, they travel or they burrow deep, 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 much farther down under the ground than they typically are in the summer months. Termites, there are certain beetles that do that. There's some worms. So really, really cool. So it's not just on the outside, it's deep underground as well. So that, my friends, is migration.